Good morning, y'all. I'm enjoying my favorite codger. I call it codger because this is my dad's tobacco, and I like it too. And I never realized Erinmore. Um, I had never realized till several months ago. This is 40 years of when I run across it. I get it. That Erinmore was an aromatic. I mean, they're talking shit about aromatics. My favorite tobacco, one of my favorite tobaccos, is an aromatic. But to quote Tony Stark, well, it's good enough for Dad and worked for Dad, so I kind of like it too. I'm smoking it in my Peterson Kildare. Good peel up. And of course, I've got my Bustelo. Bustelo needs to start sending me money for all this free advertising. Well, a couple of things. One, if you like Lord of the Rings, pick up this book. Pipe Smoking in Middle Earth, the Fellowship of the Smoke Ring. And like a lot of people, I'm lazy. I've read the Hobbit. I've set it down, go back and pick it up, forget what, and turns into a reading mess. I got an excuse, I'm dyslexic. And yeah, it's an excuse. Just wait for the movie to come out. Well, there's a big aspect in the movies that Peter Jackman, who's not a pipe smoker, did not pick up on apparently when he read the book, or he didn't like pipe smoke. And that is pipe and the smoking of pipe weed was intrinsical to the story. And I find it interesting because the Lord of the Rings films brought back the interest in the church wardens. And I mean, that's honestly, to be honest, that's the reason why most people bought them. And to a point, yeah. Years ago, I bought a church warden that was made in Poland. And I had it. I picked it up because I was looking for a wizard pipe. In upstate New York, when I was working a job up there, I went to a festival and they happened to have them there. Anyways, but here's a neat thing. Didn't catch first time around, so I'd go back and read it. Look, after I read this book, Gandalf didn't smoke a church warden or a long pipe. He smoked a clay. Described a short clay. And that's why I said that, like, my ROP here, after reading that book, I sat there and got thinking about it. I can see Samwise Gamgee carrying a pipe similar to this style of ROP. Yeah, it's just kind of like a foregone conclusion. But they talk about Tolkien's pipe smoking, him and C.S. Lewis and the Inklings in the book. Talks a lot on the history of Old Toby. The origins of it, how it came about, as per the legend, not how Tolkien came up writing it and figuring out, but in the story, where Old Toby came from, where the pipeweed. The perfecting of it. And how the hobbits basically became the ones who really perfected the growing of pipeweed and the development of Old Toby, and how the family that had owned the Prancing Pony through the years believed they're the first ones to bring pipeweed into the area. Then got in the hands of the hobbits. So that's that. And I want to tell you a story. Now, I later, after this incident happened with me, later figured out that, or came to the conclusion that the individual I was talking to may have gotten the story from an old British sitcom. But here's the story as it prevailed to me. I was in a bar. This was back in the 80s. And there's old retired Sergeant Major from the Royal 42nd, old Scotsman. And he's sitting there, he's drinking scotch. In fact, this is the gentleman who taught me how to drink scotch and therefore hard liquor properly. Well, we're sitting there, we're having a good time and everything. And by this point in the evening, old Sarge is pretty well schnockered. And he looks at me and says, Keith, I'm going to tell you something, and it's true, absolutely as true as the day is long. And what's that, Sarge? The British soldier's the finest soldier in the world. How do you figure that? As an American, I'm thinking, yeah, right. Do explain yourself. Well, it all has to do with food. Food. Okay, I'm listening. There's a lot of the French can't fight their way out of a wet-foot paper bag. Not without an accordion and a circus clown. But that's okay. They got their wines and their sauces, and they got their escargots and all this fine crap. All right, nothing breads. A lot of the Italians ain't won a war in over 550 years. That's okay, because they got their wines and their sauces and their calamaris and the pastas and all this fine crap. Okay, yeah. Look, you Southerners, back up, old man. So, hear me out. Look, you Southerners, you lost to Yanks. I'm like, yeah, we ain't the only one. But it's okay, because you got your barbecues, your jambalas, your purloos, your fried chicken, fried cabbage, all this fine crap. Make your point, old man. You're about to get your ass kicked. Let us Brits, the finest soldiers in the world. We eat things like steak and kidney pie, bangers and mash, and spotted dick. Christ, we want to die. Good point there. So, for everyone I just mentioned who just got offended, I don't care. Y'all take care. Have a good one. If you get a chance, pick up a copy of this. You will find it a very, very, very pleasant read. Pick up some Erinmore. Stick it in Peterson. And get yourself some bangers and mash. All right, y'all. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.